So, most Apple phones get updated very quickly. So, one strategy that you can have for jailbreaking phones is buy phones like every 3 to 6 months and then just leave them in that state and hope that a jailbreak comes out for that version of iOS for that phone later. Another thing is, after you know that there's a certain jailbreak available, you can go to eBay and see if you can find one that actually matches that. Usually, people selling used phones on eBay are pretty specific about what they're providing. And a lot of the time, I see in the ads, it says, this will be updated to the latest version. I'm kind of like, no, don't do that. Just send it to me like it is. Right? But my strategy, my personal strategy, is I buy a new iPhone about every 3 to 6 months. And then I just keep it in that state. Another thing that you can do is you can go to secondhand stores, like physical stores, and look for iPhones and iPads there. And those will almost certainly be out of date. Yeah. Yeah, so I want new hardware with an operating system that's a little bit out of date. So like 11. No. Like this one is jailbreakable, and it's an iOS 12. Yep. You just have to have the right version of the particular operating system version. So this is 12.1.4, right? I mean, so that's pretty good. Like pretty much every app in the Apple Store is gonna run on this phone, but it's jailbroken. Or jailbreakable. It's not currently jailbroken, even though I have the Chimera installed on it, because the Chimera instance that's on here its developer signature has expired. Okay, I don't get very long, so I need to reinstall it. And I mean, I used exactly that same setup that I used previously to install this instance of Chimera. So I just need to fix whatever the problem is and then get that addressed. I can't remember that particular error message of what's going on there. Another thing you can do, like, let's say you want to deal with the very latest and greatest, is you pretty much get the the iOS version as soon as it comes out. Like when they go to the next major release, you install that one and then just wait. But I kind of like leapfrog stuff, where when I have a phone that's older, I have some iOS 11 stuff, maybe I'll update it and then just let that one sit. And so I'm just sort of like reusing the hardware and like cycling it through. And I've got a couple that are iOS 12 that are jailbreakable now, cool. And then I've got a couple that are a little older but still are supported on newer versions of iOS. Right, so 5-year-old phones, because you mentioned that specifically. 5-year-old phones, that hardware is no longer supported. So just leave it where it is. If you ever have a reason to do something on an old iPhone, use that one. 3-year-old phones are still supported. So my suggestion would be, if that 3-year-old phone is running a really old version, at the next major operating system update to that, but then don't keep updating it. And then wait and hope that there's a jailbreak for that, right? And then keep your eyes on it, because every once in a while what will happen is a jailbreak will come out, the code signing window for that version of the operating system will still be open for like another 12 hours, right? So you can update to that and then have a jailbreak for it. And this is something you just have to act fast and be ready for it. You're not going to eBay at that point to find a phone. Like, your phone's ready to go. You update it to that version, and then you go ahead and do it. Also, every once in a while, you have circumstances where Apple actually has code signing windows that are open for older versions, and you can downgrade. This is rare. It's rare. It usually is like a little 6 or 12 hour window where somebody notices it, and then you can push an older iOS version onto the phone. So just keep an eye for that too. All right, so this is basically the strategy. Hopefully you have funding from your organization to start acquiring this stuff, and you're not doing it personally, because these things are $500 a piece, sort of as a basis. Yeah, so in terms of that, we're still using iTunes currently in order to push updates. There will be some mechanism to sideload updates all the time, so that doesn't change our strategy for jailbreaking. It just we're going to need to adopt our tool in order to which one we're going to update from. So this is something worth thinking about as we're talking about jailbreaks. As of right now, checkra1n for the basically is the current latest jailbreak for the highest level version of devices. So what you can do is go through and look at the devices that are available for checkra1n, and then go find a suitable device, and then use it to be able to actually do the exploit. So this is basically the way that I would suggest if you want a jailbroken phone right now that you approach this. The benefit of this is it's attacking the boot ROM, as they say here. Where is it? The mechanism says, how does it work? Magic hacks. So this is basically the one weird trick that lets the exploit work. But so again, verify that it will actually work on hardware that you're going to buy on eBay. Go buy the hardware on eBay, and then use this to get a jailbroken phone related to basically latest and greatest. Have a really good phone to do. So sorry, did you have a question? No? Okay. So this is the current one. And again, if you want guidance on different phones, the Can I Jailbreak is basically the right resource to go to in order to basically get you started on which jailbreak to use for different phones. So this is the talk that talks about the exploit that allows this to happen. Right?